say this. See, if you wasn't willing to get up and do it today, what makes you think you're gonna do it tomorrow? What makes you think that these same excuses you keep coming up with is gonna remove themselves from tomorrow's vocabulary when you get to talking to yourself, trying to psych yourself up? What makes you think them same excuses not just gonna creep up on you? Well, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I'm tired. This came up, that came up. Anything less than a broken leg or broken arm or snap back, you need to get your ass up and get in that gym. Don't let nothing stop you, short of a broken limb. Nothing should stop you. You see, if I had that defeated mindset, that mindset where, I want to put it off till tomorrow, I can't. Maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. See, there are no maybes in this world. There are no I can't. Because when you can't do one thing, when you tell yourself, when you convince yourself, I can't do it, you've already defeated yourself. It's over. You see, you begin to grow a pattern. It starts with something small. Then it gets larger and larger. There's 365 days in a year. Let's say half of those you had something that you said you wanted to do. You didn't do it. Why? Because you told yourself you couldn't. So out of those 365 days, that's a whole lot of motherfucking days. You've conditioned your mind to tell yourself you couldn't do it. You're conditioning your own mind for defeat. I don't understand it. You see, part of the thing that's telling you you can't do it is you're comparing yourself to others. So I'll say this. Don't worry about what the motherfucker next to you is doing. Don't worry about this motherfucker, that motherfucker. Don't worry about what they doing. Because they over there doing this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Half these dudes, man, they on that stuff, man. So you comparing yourself, you looking at yourself, man. You're skinny. You may be a little fat. And then you got this icon you're looking up to. And you're thinking, damn, there's no way I can look like this guy. And guess what, motherfucker? You ain't finna look like him. You're not finna come nothing close to him. Because your average icon, your average hero is some oversized, muscle-bound motherfucker who's taking steroids. You know it. When you're sitting in other people's comments and you see all these excuses, this is attainable natural. It ain't nothing. Come on. Really? You mean to tell me this? That's natural? That's attainable naturally? Why? Why are you putting yourself in this low-level position being a fanboy for a fraud? When you know deep down inside, you know damn well. Come on. Come on, people. It starts here. It starts here. Like I said, common sense is not all that common. Now, if I had that defeated mindset, I'd still be 129 pounds soaking wet. The first time I hopped on the bench press bar, I couldn't even hit the bar with some tins on the side. Can you imagine that? That's a warm-up. I mean, now some days I go in the gym and if there's the wrong bar on the bench press, I'll go grab it with one arm and move it like a boss. With one arm, just grab the bar and switch it out with one arm while I got my phone in my other arm. You know what I'm saying? But there was a time I couldn't even bench press that same damn bar. It's all about progression. When you sit back and you think about it, because everyone's road is different, everyone's journey is different. See, my journey, I remember those days. I remember my buddy's backyard. A whole lot of kids used to play on the block. One of my friend's older brother was into the weights. So one day we're in the backyard lifting weights. Okay, well, he was lifting. I was attempting to lift some shit. I couldn't even get the bar off. A 50-pound regular barbell. I pull it down. It's hella heavy. I could barely even hold it up. Once I got out of lockout, it just fell down. Can you imagine how weak that is? Now, I know some of the weaker guys who are watching this right now, I'm not taking shots at you. But even you can lift that, right? Even you can laugh. Go ahead and laugh. Say, damn, that motherfucker was weak. You know, I thought I was weak. Shit. The alpha wolf, Damian McLeod, couldn't even lift the damn 50-pound bar. And now look at me. Throwing up heavyweight. See, it's all about progression. But it all starts here. See, if I would have, in that situation, told myself, you know what? I'm never going to be able to do this. Because I'm watching him. He's fucking I forgot what he was lifting. It was a while ago. But it was something like 225, 230, 240. He was pumping out for reps. Now, I know I wasn't on his level yet. I'm still level 1. But shit, my first attempt, man, that's horrible. Can you imagine? Can you imagine your first time trying to do something and you fail that hard? Your first time wanting to be a sprinter. You get 5 feet down the track and you trip over and bust your head. That's going to knock a lot of people off track. You want to be a race car driver. First time you get out there, you want to show them what you got and you crash the damn car. That's a major fail. You know what separates you from that champion that you want to become? The champion that you see? It starts here in your mind. You gotta believe. Because nobody else gives a fuck. I'm just be real with you. Nobody cares. It's all about you. You have to satisfy that thing inside of you. It doesn't matter. You're with your buddies, you're around people, you know, you get your little, you know, they throw out the little fake, oh wow, that was awesome, bro. No one gives a fuck, man. You have to give a fuck. It doesn't matter. No one cares what I bench press. When I fucking threw up that 325 a year and a half ago, when I was on that heavy bulk, nobody gave a fuck. Didn't know balloons shoot up in the air, wasn't no confetti. I didn't get home to a nice ass, big ass slice of chocolate cake and ice cream with the congratulations on the top of that motherfucker. Nah, man. It was just me. I satisfied myself. When I think about it, I really didn't care. You know what I'm saying? You have to stop caring about what other people think. Because as long as you worrying about what this motherfucker here is thinking, what that motherfucker's thinking, man, you're defeated. You've already lost. Because you're trying to live up to the expectations of someone else, who in their mind, they don't even care. So what does that say? You're living some sort of delusion. And that delusion leads you to doing crazy things. And you know my thing, I always tie it back into getting on steroids. You know, because it's ridiculous to see how many people are thriving in this game, are making big moves, while you, the little people, are clawing at the door trying to get in. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? There's like 6 degrees of separation between a natural and a person on gear. Have you ever took a step back to notice all the people who are really winning in this shit? Not everybody wants to be on YouTube and be big, but the majority of the big people on here, have you ever really noticed? They're like oversized monsters when it comes to this muscle. I'm 100% natural. That fucks with you. Because you're thinking in your mind, damn, I can never be that. So now you're living up to that expectation, to that example. That's an illusion. Because if all these guys will come out and just say, you know what? Yeah, man, you know, I do this, that, and the third, right? I do all this shit. You know, popping these, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Then you will say, oh, okay. So if I don't do that, I won't expect to look like that. But I can still become the best version of myself. That's all you can become. That's all you need to worry about being. And I've shown you, hey, you've seen the shirt off, man. You've seen the muscles, man. Now, I'm no Arnold Schwarzenegger. But shit, come on, man. Come on. You know what it is. You have it inside of you to be the best version of you. You see, you got all these guys out here hitting these amazing lifts, doing all this amazing stuff. That's not them. That's the Anavar. You know what I'm saying? all these world records, you see a list of names. They should just X all the motherfuckers out. You know why? Because it's not the people that are doing those. Those records don't belong to any of those people. The strongest bench press in the world, the strongest power lifter, male or female. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of them talking about, I want to be the strongest, I want to have the strongest this, I want to have the strongest that. So it's been achieved. But you didn't achieve it. The Anavar did. The Trend did. The Testosterone did. Mr. Olympia is not so-and-so. It's a chemical compound. So every year at the end of that event, they should just stand there and say, you know, put that trophy on the stage and let's see if Deca will walk out and grab that trophy. And that's who the real winner is. It's not the person. Alright? The moment you alter something, it is no longer you. So you gotta understand that, people. Because like I said, I read a lot of comments. I watch a lot of videos. I do my homework. I study a lot of this shit that's going on. And I see a lot of defeated attitudes out there. I see a lot of delusion too. I see a lot of, man, that's attainable natural. Shut up. Come on, really? Shut up. It's not. Alright? It's not. There's no way you're gonna be doing all that shit. Like in this workout here. I go in every day, pushing myself. You don't see me doing amazing lifts with the 225. You see solid reps with the 225. The weight's going up. Barring the fact that I was on a crazy cut, which I shouldn't have been on, which I've talked about before. I should have only put on 5 pounds of body fat. But, you know, jumped on the bandwagon. Against my better judgment, I made that mistake for y'all. Having to lose from 195, 196, down to 150 something. That's a lot of downtime. That's a lot of calorie restriction. That's a lot of power being lost. And then I see some guys on here, man. I just throw the name out there, like Kino Body has something on Facebook talking about one of my clients. Dude was fat as shit, and now he's in shape. He's ripped up. Talking about didn't lose an ounce of muscle. Come on, man, let's be real. Let's be real now. Because I just did the shit. So okay, I just lived it. I just lived those X amount of months knocking all that fat off. Lost my strength. You guys see it right now. Look on the video, the reps I'm hitting. I'm hitting these 8 reps per set. I was hitting this 14 reps. 10 reps per set to 14 reps per set on the 225, man. Sometimes I'll get 10, 12. If I'm feeling really juiced, I might get it up 14 in the earlier sets. And all of a sudden now I'm hitting it for 8. I'm getting it back. But I just came off a crazy cut. The same cut some of these guys advertise. But you didn't lose an ounce of muscle? Really? How? Explain that to me. Because I really want to know. Because I just lived it. So how do you go, you know, X amount of months losing weight, losing body fat in a calorie restricted phase and not lose an ounce of muscle? Because the guy clearly lost more than 10 pounds. He lost more than 15 pounds. He probably lost more. It looked like upward of, I say 35 or more pounds of fat was knocked off this guy's physique. Barring the Photoshop involved in some of these photos too. Because like I said, everything is Photoshop fitness now. Come on, man. You gonna tell me he didn't lose an ounce of muscle? Then why the fuck am I so weak? The alpha wolf. You know what I'm saying? Why my bench press ain't where it was? Why didn't I stay exactly where I was? I remember I went in one night, I threw on 295. Go back to the old videos and I was fat than a motherfucker, man. I threw that 295 up. Boom. 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 Did a cool little edit, you know what I'm saying? It's on the channel, go find it. I go in there now, I could probably get it up like 2 reps. Boom, with the 2 reps. You know what I'm saying? But you lose a lot of your fucking muscle, a lot of your strength. So, you know, I'm saying that to say this. The game is cold, man. Like I always say, the game is cold, man. The game is cold. You know? But it all starts here, man. It all starts in your head, in your mind. Do you believe that you can do something? Now, we always have that disbelief. You have to break that. And just because you're sitting there thinking to yourself, man, this dude, he's right. I thought I couldn't do this. I thought I couldn't do this a bunch of times. Yeah, that was your mindset at that moment. But you can change it. You can always change it. It's never too late. You might have given up 50 times in the past week. Okay? Well, today let's change that. Today let's do it. Let's do what has to be done. Let's do the reps. Let's do the sets. Let's do the dieting. Let's get back in shape. Let's become monsters again, man. And if you were never a monster, let's become a monster for your first time. Like I said, I was a $129, man. I couldn't even hit the fucking 50-pound bar. And now I'm going in, grabbing it with one arm, switching it out like a boss. It's called progression. I'm not talking about progressive overload when it comes to the weights. We're talking about progression, meaning staying consistent. Progressive overload is something you do while you're hitting the weights. All you got to do is every once in a while add a 5 pounds, add a 10 pounds. Now, not every single week. Because again, you're hearing what some of these guys are saying. They're saying, oh, every week throw on 10 pounds. You don't throw on 10 pounds every week. Some weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, you might sit around the same weight. Your body doesn't grow that fast. Muscle doesn't grow that fast. Strength doesn't grow that fast, especially if you're a newbie. You're going to get your gains, but it doesn't come that damn fast. Don't expect to go in and slap on it more weight week after week after week. You're going to have to sit at some weight for a little while and rep that bad boy out. That's just part of the game. You know what I'm saying? I've been on this 225, getting it back up for a minute. I love to go in and put on 290 again and be hitting that for 10 reps. But I ain't there yet. You get what I'm saying? It takes time. You gotta live it. You gotta experience it. And the more you do, you gotta understand something. Your mind is a recorder. Everything you do is being stored in your mind. That's why I say you gotta focus, you gotta pay attention. You gotta have common sense. Because right now, common sense is not all that common. You gotta have heart. You gotta have determination, that desire to win. You also have the desire to lose. Because you don't truly win unless you lose. You have to lose. How do you know what you're doing is even right if you never lose? If you're always winning. You know what I'm saying? If you're always winning, you're never really winning. Because you have to lose. Because you only learn in defeat. If you win, if everything comes to you so easily, then you're nothing, man. You got the guy over here, the grand champion, Mr. Get It. Everything comes to him. Doesn't have to work hard for anything. He's just lucky. And then you got this guy over here. He's aspiring to be top of his game one day. But shit happens. He fucks up. He loses sometimes. But he gets up and he keeps going. This guy is building character, grit, and determination. This guy here, he's full of himself. His ego is ridiculously off the roof. He's doing 1,000-pound rack pulls and crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably on the stuff. Like I say, This guy here ultimately is going to pass everybody else. Because he's learning in defeat. The wise man says, I don't have any wise man quotes, but I'll make one up right now. A wise man said, in order to truly win, one must have... fucked up. In order to truly win, one must lose. Truly. That sounds good. It makes a lot of sense. You must really lose in order to really win. Because like I said, when you lose, you learn. You learn from your mistakes. And then you win. You might even lose twice. Well, shit, you got a whole lot of learning. But eventually you're going to win. So it all starts here. It all starts in your mind. It all starts with you having that grit and determination. The progression. Keep track of what you do. Keep track. Say, okay, today I'm this. I'm this strong. And as you go on, you're going to say, damn, now I'm this strong. I put on this amount of muscle. I lost this much weight. You see that progression. That need to satisfy yourself rather than others. That is what keeps you going. You can't survive. You can't run on someone else's idea of you. Because everyone's idea of you is never going to be as high as what your idea of you will ever be. See, in your mind, you are the one. In my mind, I'm the best. I don't give a damn if there's someone next to me doing more than me. I'm still the best. Because I'm not worried about what they're doing. I'm the best I can be. Whether I'm sitting here benching 225 and the guy right next to me is benching 325, I'm still the best. He ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset you gotta have. You have to want to please yourself, satisfy yourself. Don't worry about satisfying others. So, with all that said, get to the gym. Do work. Muscle up.
My adversaries cry like hoes, fully eradicate my foes. My lyrics explode on contact. Came in you hoes, who else but mama's only son? Fuck the phony niggas in the world. Say my name, watch bitches come. Now fire when ready, stay watching now.